Big up, and welcome back. I should say that to myself at least, but welcome back to everyone that's joining us today too. I haven't been posting or been live lately, so it's like a new thing, I guess. It's like almost a new birth here. But just to give you some insight, or just to give you, just I guess a little bit of why I've had this little break, a hiatus, because I was pretty much going live every day for the most part. Look, I know not everyone agrees with my takes or the way I go about things. That's fair. Opinions in football are meant to spark debate. But one thing no one can question ever is my heart. I'm a Red through and through, and I've always believed that something special, something real about our Liverpool community. We don't just support the badge, we support each other, or at least we should. And recently I went through something that nearly took my life, actually. So I had surgery. I had cancer surgery that literally almost ended me. So it's tough to talk about, but it's just something that I did want to share with my fellow Reds. And while I've been fighting to, get better, recover, I've heard about some people that it's something that hurts to hear, and that is that some people that have been subscribed to this YouTube channel, which I built from the ground up with the help of like the Irishman, the help of Lee, JK, Alante, you out there, so many names that have helped basically build a real concrete base and community that differs from a lot of different communities that we see. I've heard that I'm losing subscribers apparently while I've been inactive, and not because people stopped caring. There's been a lot of you that have reached out, or at least been sending on some good and positive vibes and wishes to me, and I appreciate that completely. That's a lot of that got me through my hospital stay. But many of you have reached out to tell me you're unsubscribed without doing anything. So it feels like everything I fought to build, that thing that kept me going when I was on the brink, is being stripped away quietly by YouTube, which is unfortunate. It's tough to take, especially when I know how much I've poured into supporting others in this community through thick and thin. Some might hear this and turn a deaf ear. That's fine. But for those who understand the bond we have as Reds, who still believe in what "you'll never walk alone" truly means, I see you and I appreciate you. I feel you and I thank you. Whether you back my opinions or not, know this: I'm a Red in every storm, and to those standing with me, "You'll never walk alone" isn't just a chant. It's something I carry always in my heart. Give me 1 second. That was a little bit harder than I thought. But got some good people here with me. Lee and Irishman are with me today. We're going to go over some headlines, some rumors, talks. Just have a conversation, get back to it. And yeah, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate all of you.
Take your time, man. Take your time, yeah. You want to go get a glass of water or something, I'll read through the comments, but take your time, man.
We're all beetje op, zowel op je back, mate.
All here for you, man.
Beetje op, zowel op je back. what you've been through is like it was a really tough thing, like, wasn't it? But, you were thinking of you like all the time and that. And it's off your back. It was nice, and the world seems a better place to be back together again, the three of us, and JK and Nolanty in as well. Back to where we were.
Yeah. Big deep breaths, man. Big deep breaths. That was tough. That was tough, man.
Right.
Don't worry about it. It was tough. Everyone's here. Red Armchair is here. Welcome back. You'll never walk alone. Hilo is saying, good to have you back. We all miss you so much. Cedric, you're a fighter, 12. I hope you're feeling better. You know, Lee Wizkid saying, good to see you back again, man. We've missed you all. Red for life. We missed you, man. Good to have you back, brother. You know, Red Bird, hope you're feeling good now, man. Everyone's here for you, man. Everyone is here. Indian Scouser, Kevin. Everyone's here.
Oh man. Ooh, all right. Thank you for everyone that is really supportive and behind all of this. And I can't tell you enough how much it does mean, and how much I've missed being on this platform, being able to talk to people, be able to talk about our team, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but yeah, I appreciate. Oh man, I didn't want to be online crying. So yeah,
been a good and interesting window for us anyway so far, right? With the full-backs and verts, and now potentially getting Ekitike at the to spearhead the whole thing at the tip of the formation. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much so. That's the first headline that I had. The first headline I had was apparently David Ornstein of the Atlantic reports that Liverpool have now made an official approach for Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt, and this isn't just out of nowhere. We've heard some rumblings for weeks that Ekitike is a name the club admires, but this comes in tandem with serious reports suggesting that we've approached Newcastle with a record transfer for Alexander Isak. So it looks like Ekitike and Isak are possibly number one and number two priorities now that we've moved on from Verts being a priority to get in. Meanwhile, Newcastle United are clearly, I would say, rattled, I guess, because Newcastle sent a £65 million bid for Ekitike, rejected it, which is kind of cheeky, but they rejected the $65 million. And now they're scrambling to show ambition of their own, desperate to pair him with Isak. That's what I would assume they're going to do, and it'll probably take them maybe even changing the formation, because I don't think that Ekitike would play. He wouldn't take Gordon's position on the wing, but then you'd have to figure out a way to fit him in, because I don't think he would say, "Oh, I want this move to Newcastle just so I can sit the bench." So now it's Liverpool versus Newcastle, and Liverpool are showing the kind of bullish, proactive behavior we want to see from our team that just won the Premier League. And this is where things are starting to heat up, because suggestions have been made that we've already agreed to personal terms with Ekitike, and that personal terms will not be an issue with the current package worth in excess of 80 million euros. Dominic King of the Daily Mail even claims Ekitike himself is actively pushing for Liverpool. So we're certainly in a strong position. The only question is when a formal bid will go in. His release clause is 100 million euros, which is 86 million pounds. It's a lot of money, but apparently money is not an issue for the Reds right now, which is something that is great to hear, and obviously something comforting to see as we see a lot of the moves being not even questioned. All this in a window where we've already spent over 200 million pounds on Florian Wirtz, on Kirkez, on Frimpong, and the striker recruitment is priority one. I know that Darwin Núñez is possibly going to be moved on from, or he might be kept as a bench option. That's always a possibility, because this deal is not finalized, and Isak is not a formality or something that's going to definitely happen. So I'm going to ask the question to you in the chat, and also ask the question to the panel as well. Do you think Liverpool will actually get one of these two acquisitions across the line? And if it came down to a choice, is Isak or Ekitike a better tactical fit for Arne Slot's system? I'll ask that to Lee first, and then I'll ask that to Brian.
I think they'd both be a good fit. So Isak was the preferred option for many because he's a bit more experienced, and he's been in the Premier League for years now. But Ekitike is a bit like him as a player, and just 3 years younger. There's plenty of potential there to have a good career. We were talking about him, being at PSG before. He had a lot of competition when he was at PSG, so that's no reflection on him. I'm positive about it. I think it'll be a good signing. Just can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to see him in action and see what the team looks like with a recognised striker at the head of it, rather than Lucho playing the 9.
Okay, I do have a follow-up question, but I'll let Brian answer. Give us his answer too first.
No, I just want to say, really, first and foremost, before anything, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant to have you back. I don't really care about the question about the transfer. No, it's just amazing to have you back. We were all waiting. We're all letting you have your privacy and waiting to hear from you, and sending you love through various different ways, but also allowing you that time. But I mean, I had to go and set up a whole other YouTube channel just to pick up the slack, man. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Lee's your problem now. But no, I just want to say for everyone, I know there's been a lot of people don't think that there weren't. I mean, after 2 days, there was people saying, "Where's 12th man?" Once you hadn't uploaded it wasn't after 2 weeks. It was after 2 days. People were wondering, "Oh, I haven't 12 man hasn't uploaded in a couple of days." So, like I said, I've always been respectful of your privacy, but I've also always let people know that you will be back. But like I said, there's been people from day one have been noticed that you weren't uploading a video last night or the next day. They didn't take a month to notice you were gone.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I'm just on behalf of everybody, all the people that have been asking. It is amazing to have you back. This is a routine for us. Maybe it was a nightly routine, and yeah, for me especially, we've been here a while now. We've been doing this thing for a while, so I've missed it. We often don't get along, debate different things, but I think that's why we do get along. At the same time, we get on very well behind the scenes. Just in case anyone is wondering,
Yeah.
it's just about football usually, but it's I think you're a beautiful person. You are a genuinely beautiful person, and you've been missed. You've been missed, man. You really have. So it's great to have you back.
It's really from the heart. I appreciate those kind words.
No,
and definitely, yeah. It's not. It hasn't been easy. Some of the things and events that have happened with our club haven't made it any easier. But yeah, I definitely, one of the things that I definitely was pushing to try to do was to try to get back, because this is one of the things that I do enjoy and appreciate is being able to interact with you guys and gals. Yeah, it really, it was something that definitely helped me with just getting out. I mean, the hospital stay was only supposed to be, originally I was only supposed to be there for 2 days, ended up being there for 9 days or 10 days or something like that because of complications. So yeah, it was good to hear. And I might not have been able to type, obviously, or interact with sometimes with the chat, but I definitely was listening. So yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, what do you
answer your question?
Yeah,
To answer
what do
your
you think
question,
about? What do you think
obviously for me, Isak was the main choice. If you can go out and get an Isak, you go and do it. And I think we did. To all the people out there, I saw in K Max channel and Jamie Phillips channel, oh, it was a PR stunt. It was PR. Liverpool don't do PR stunts. We're not as immature and infantile
Wait,
as
what
these
was you
people.
heard that the Isak thing was a PR
The
stunt?
Isak bid was a PR stunt. Yeah. Of course it was. Of course it was, lads. Yeah. You know, we went out there, we put the money down. We said we're a serious operation. We're in the business, and we're in the business of buying that player if he's available. And they said no. And it's not like we're playing hardball, we're doing negotiate. No, he's not for sale. Right. Okay, cool. We move on to stylistically, profile wise, in every other way, the closest thing to an Isak that's on the market right now. You don't go and look for an Isak. Oh, right, what do we do now? Go and buy an Andy Carroll? No, you go buy Ekitike. Everyone knows that in 2 years' time, 8 months' time, 6 months' time, it doesn't matter how long it is. Right now, Ekitike is a top player. But if you want the type of striker that's an Isak type, it's Ekitike. Now I know it's huge money, right? Because this is.
It is.
But I'm incredibly happy with this signing. But that's the market. We haven't bought him yet, by the way. I love this signing. I think it's what we would have done almost if we were restricted. If we were restricted monetarily, we would have said, look, we get it. The really obvious thing to do is to go and get Isak. But he's going to be ridiculously expensive. He's this age. What a clever club would do would be go and get Ekitike. And I think that's what we're doing here. Of course, we were in the luxurious position of being able to go and get Isak this year. But hey, look, hands up, didn't work out. We tried our best. But this guy, I'm so happy with it. Sesko, no. Gyökeres, no. Osimhen, no. I really love this profile of signing and the thought that goes in behind it.
Can I ask you a follow-up, both of you, a follow-up question then? Most likely, because if this deal goes through and we spend 86 million or 100 million euros, 86 million pounds on the player, would you be disappointed, let's say, in the sense that most likely we will not go for Isak in that next window, or at least not in this next summer, much less in the winter window. But I meant like it most likely would be like you don't spend 100 million or 86 million, however you want to look at it, and then try to go for 120, 150 million pound player. Because we would have a more of a likely chance or to do something if Isak stays in his deal, and he's got 2 years now left on his deal instead of 3. We have maybe a little bit more bargaining power to do so. Would you be disappointed?
Whether we'd want to buy him in the future, it depends if Ekitike works. Like if Ekitike works, then we won't be in need of a player in that position. And how long has he got left on his contract? Like 2-3 years?
He's got 3 years
starting from this summer. It'd be 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it's this summer or never for Isak. If we don't
Yeah.
sign Isak this summer, we're never going to sign him. Never going to sign him. We're not coming back from
JJ
next year.
JJ thinks we'll go for him. We'll still, even next summer, we'll go for him. That's interesting.
I can't deny I was massively excited when the prospects did seem real for a short period of time. But never mind, you know. It's not like he's like a booby prize or something. I can see he's a good player himself. He's just younger. Is all. He's just younger and not as established as Isak is. And hopefully, you know, he'll become more established than that, you know what I mean, as he gets older.
Yeah. It would you wouldn't say even a stopgap, but would you have, if it meant we could go for, because I know there's no guarantee that we can get him even next year. However, if we had a strong likelihood that we could get him in the summertime next year, would you rather us go for like a Mateta or some type of, like, I guess you could almost call a stopgap style forward, just so we can do what we need to do?
To be honest, I'm sure I'll really like the idea of signing him still next summer if there's a possibility. But I don't see it happening with the signing of Ekitike. Touch wood is going to be a success, and we'll have what we want, and he'll no longer be of interest to us. Hopefully, I've got quite a lot of faith in Ekitike already. I don't want to overstate it. I'm not going to predict numbers or that, but I think the young man will do well.
What is it if Ekitike is the man that we bring in? If he's the player that we bring in, what are your expectations? Ask Brian at first this time. What would be your expectations for him?
In terms
especially
of
with the price tag that's being associated with them.
what, like in terms of,
like, as in, do you think of him being like a 20 plus goal scorer?
Like numbers, numbers wise.
Yeah. What would be an acceptable tally for him to be like, oh, that wasn't money, wasted or something?
No, I just like to come in and just sort of show his ability, show his talent. I mean, if I say, 14, it's like, but what if he plays 14 games? You know, it's just to show really why we bought him. I wouldn't put like X amount of numbers equals X amount of goals. You know, like I've always said, it doesn't matter where it's Ekitike, Verts, Darwin, John Barnes. You give everyone one season, right? You give them all one season. Let them see, let them settle in, see how it goes. It's just like we were talking about on my show earlier on. This idea that you can't buy him because he's a project player. And that to me is like the negative buzzword now that's been attached to this guy, project player. That just to me just means that's just a player who can get better.
Yeah, he has I don't think he's reached his ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. There's much more to come. Like, if you want to finish the article, you go and get Isak. But that was just this one guy. You know, this idea, we can't buy him, he's a project. But like I said, he can come in and he can do pretty well for the first year, better in the second year, better again in the third year, the fourth year. You know, that's every player is a project player. Verts is only 22. He can still get better. You know, he's not.
And I agree. I'm just saying. I just know that the internet or the way that people.
This is what we said.
It just doesn't work that way.
£86 million is the problem.
Right.
Like, it's one good season, and in a world where everyone wants a striker, and by the looks of it, monetarily, the third or fourth best striker in Europe right now is Benjamin fucking Sesko. That's where we're at right now. That's why, like I've been saying it, look, in the real world, an Ekitike is worth £35 million, and an Isak is worth £80 million. But in this current climate right now, Isak is 130 and a freaking Ekitike is 80, 86. Because what's next? Sesko?
Yeah.
This is how bad the striker market is. So I think but I still think we're getting a top player here, man. I
Mhm.
genuinely think we're getting a top player. I don't know how it will work. No one knows how it will work, but you're going to have to pay through the nose. So, but like you said, it's with price tag comes expectation.
Exactly.
I think if he starts every game for us through the middle, just do double figures and look good. All you have to do is look good. Just look good, look like you fit in, look like you're a top player. Yeah, it doesn't always come off, but hit double
Yeah,
figures, 3 or 4
for me,
assists.
just
Fine,
to
let's
see
go
him
for it.
get working
Let's
within the
shoot
four.
on next year.
Yeah, just to see him working within the formation. I wouldn't necessarily judge him on goals straight away. Just to see, like,
Really?
other players playing off him and that, like, and seeing what we're like with Wirtz behind him, Salah and Gakpo or Diaz and Gartner.
You never know. He can come in, explode, and score 22 goals, and everyone was
Oh,
like, "What's the
absolutely. He
problem?"
could. I'm not
Everyone's like,
disputing.
"What's the fucking problem?"
Yeah. No, he could click with, with the system or with his teammates and, and have a
Score
phenomenal,
twice on your debut, and off you go.
I was
yeah.
expecting to get maybe about 15 Premier League goals at the least in his first season. And then whatever is total, like in all competitions, I don't know. But if you could get about 15 Premier League goals, that'd be all right for me.
It's
If you
just
could get more, that'd be
interesting, though,
splendid.
'cause-
If you get into the 20s, that'd be excellent. And,
Mhm.
it is possible. We'll wait and see anyway. Just as long as
Yeah.
it fits anyway, that he fits the side and we bought the right player, then it's time for us to all have faith in him, isn't it? And have faith in the process. And we've done it before. We've made players better before. We can do it again.
Mhm.
And hopefully
Okay.
this is what's going to happen this season. An exciting new Liverpool.
So let me get this
We're
straight then.
superstar FC all of a sudden.
If we bring him in, we give him a string of starts. And let's just hypothetically say, because I would like for him obviously to hit the ground running and help us win games. That's needless to say. But maybe if he joins the club and he doesn't necessarily score goals for us, but he's contributing. He's like I saw Duffy. Big up to Duffy too. Duffy's one of my friends here in Arizona and someone I work with. If he's in, as he said, the right position and in the right place, and is helping contribute and likes, basically doing what some people have said about Dominic Szoboszlai, or some players that out there that aren't scoring, but they're putting in the hard work, they're putting in the efforts, they're contributing in sometimes ways that aren't necessarily measurable by goals and assists. Does he get a pass? Is that acceptable? Or would you be more demanding that he needs to score the goals? That's why we brought you in, to be the goal scorer.
Yeah, look, he's been brought in to lead the line. If he's been brought in as a number 9, you just basically have to show everybody, okay, he only scored 12 this year, but you can see why we bought him.
Mm-hmm.
It can't ever be, if it's just about, hang on, let me get the calculator out. He cost 86. He only scored blah blah blah. Yeah, that's not good enough. No, you have to be able to watch the player, watch every single game. Yeah, okay, we can see why we bought this kid. Yeah, it hasn't quite clicked this year. If you're just saying, okay, well, he scored fewer than 16 goals, so he's a failure. No, I can't look at it like that.
Okay.
It's got to be a fair shout, like everybody gets. Bring him in. And so all you need to do, I suppose, for me, from your point of view, or the point of your question, is for me to be like, after one season, forget numbers and assists. He's like, yeah, I can see why we bought this guy. This guy's going to be a top player. That's really all you need. It's kind of like that Gerard Carragher test, where it's like, after a half an hour in training, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see why we bought this guy. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest, but you can see he's a player. So that's all he needs to do, is just come in and go, okay, cool. That's why, yeah. If he can score 22 goals while doing it, cool. if you played 38 games and you score 2 goals and you got 2,000 minutes, then maybe there's a conversation to be had. But I don't think
Okay.
that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't
I don't think it's
really
going to happen
genuinely
either.
don't think
I
that's
honestly
going to
don't
happen.
think.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
But,
just, look, we do what we all do. We bring him in, we back him from day one.
yeah,
Some people
absolutely.
say 6 months, 1 year, whatever it is. You give the guy a chance. But as long as we can see the reasons why we bought him,
Hmm.
we can see, oh, okay, he's good at this, he's good. But he can polish up on that. But I know a lot of people are, oh no, I had a lot of pushback on my show, and it went to 50-50 on this Ekitike guy. Like, I'm like, there's a lot of, no more projects, no more this, no more that.
Right.
It's like,
Exactly.
what is a
That
project? A project is just a guy who isn't the player you want him to be yet. And we buy projects. We don't often go out there and buy. That's why I don't see
I
us
will
doing
admit
Vert,
that we don't normally
Rodrygo.
buy the finished product. We usually buy players that
Yeah.
grow into world class players. I'll absolutely accept that as
I think
well.
we had the opportunity to do it this year with Verts and Isak,
Mhm.
and we did it. It's not like we're against doing it, but
Mhm.
we're not.
But
We
even
know how to
Verts is
do
so
it the other way
young.
as well.
I was going to say Verts is so young that
Verts only
he's
22, man. He's
his
getting better.
ceiling isn't even realized yet. I believe too.
That's
So
why I said earlier on. I said Verts is only 22. He can get better. Is he a project player? So by some people's metrics, he's not the finished article. Oh, he's a project player. Verts isn't the finished article yet. He can get better. So
yeah.
according to these people, he's a
You
project.
know,
Oh no, we've no time for another project player. Another project player. Like I
Mhm.
said, it's become the negative buzzword to attach to Ekitike this year. Oh, project player, and doesn't even it doesn't even mean anything.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Well, there's plenty of other headlines that are surrounding Liverpool. We can run through some of them real quick. First off, reports from Spain say Liverpool are ready to do everything in their power to sign Real Madrid winger Rodrygo. If true, this would be a huge move. Effectively, some could see it as a Luis Diaz upgrade, maybe. I wouldn't see it as an upgrade per se, to be honest with you. I think that Luis Diaz is a talent in himself. But you could also see it as Rodrygo is younger, technically sharp, versatile, can play both flanks as well as Diaz can too, and has been proven in big matches, plays for a big club, so he understands what it takes to have the spotlight on you and everything else. That would be super, super big for him. I'll just ask real quick fire. We're not get too deep into each of these topics. I have like about 4 or 5 different things we're going to go through. Is that something that you want to see happen, or is that not a priority for you? Rodrygo, is that a priority for you? Because that's a lot of money considering I know that the price tag is quote unquote come down a little bit, but still it's going to be a sizable number to get him from Real Madrid. And I already said we already spent about 200 million or a little bit over 200 million already. If we drop another 86 million, we're closing in on 300 million. Let's say we drop another, let's say, 64, 74, whatever, 74 million or something like that. Now all of a sudden we're at about 350 million or something like that. That's a lot of money to drop. What do you think? Is it a priority? Would you make it a priority? Would you make this more of a priority than even getting Ekitike?
I don't know about it being a priority, but I think it'd be a luxury signing, Rodrygo, like a luxury signing for fans, wouldn't it? Don't know if it's a priority that we really need and we have to have him, but it would be nice. And the fact that it's even possible is nice to get like a real top player like him, because we've all seen how good he is. We know he's been frozen out a bit like at Real Madrid, but he's a cracking player. It's just where he is in his head now. Like if he could move on and just get on with his career somewhere else. That's what it come down to. And I think Bayern Munich might be interested in him, mightn't he, instead of Diaz. I mean, we've got a price in mind for Diaz, haven't we? Like, and it hasn't been met yet, like, has it? So until it is, obviously he's still our player. But I think, I think Rodrygo would be an upgrade. But I also want Lucho to stay. It's like I'm 50-50. I'm happy with Lucho staying and continuing on the course he's been on. But I'd also accept him leaving, but only if a better player come in, a player with more potential. Lucho's, 28 now? And like, what's Rodrygo? Is he about 25, is he?
Okay.
I think he is anyway. But he's a bit younger anyway, bit of a younger man. But if we could make the deal happen, if we could sell it to him, like, and it's true that, like, he at least knows who we are. I can't remember if he played when we played them at Anfield. Did he get on the pitch? Did he, Rodrygo? Don't think he did he?
He didn't. In their loss against PSG,
24. Yeah, no, it does sound like he's 24.
24. Well, that's it's a significant, like, 4 years younger than Lucho. It's the idea of it's nice anyway, as well say about it, but it would be a bit of a, like, luxury side, and like it'd be a crazy one. But I'd love it if he decided to come here. Be willing to give him a chance, along with all the other new players. We've got so many new players in attack. But, great, won't it? Dead exciting.
Well, the second thing that I have on my list here is that Darwin Núñez rumored move to Napoli is now officially off, but that's far from the end of the saga. Saudi Pro League clubs are reportedly circling and have made an initial approach. That Saudi money is always tempting, but the question is, what should we do with Darwin this summer? Is a big question. Next on the list I have is the Spanish publication AS say Liverpool are expected to sign a defender. Now, that's something that I've been actually a little bit more interested in seeing us do, especially with this talk about possibly Ibu, looking to leave the club on a free, possibly in the upcoming year. Apparently, that defender, and Norm would probably like to hear this, is Ajax prodigy Jarell Hato. That's he's been named directly by the publication. Hato has been linked with Chelsea recently, but who hasn't been linked with Chelsea? But he was at Anfield in January. We all remember that. Gravenberch invited him, which was a very interesting move. Definitely ask you to watch this space because we'll definitely update you if this happens. But this one feels like a real move. I'll ask this real quick. Do you think this could actually – is this something that you're interested in seeing happen? I'll ask that of Brian.
Hato?
Yeah, Jarell.
He's not a centre half.
Well, he can play left back.
I know, but for us, he's a left back that can play centre half. He's a very defensive left back, but he's not an out and out. Like, I don't want to split hairs on shit, but you're basically talking about someone who's a left back that can do a job because he's not seen by the Dutch people, by the Dutch football people. They don't see him as a centre half. So I don't see him as an option for us. If you want, I know some people argue with that, but there was a story, a kind of a thing that came out, and obviously it wasn't a real kind of debate, but Kirkes and Hato, VVD was asked for his choice for the new left back for Liverpool, Carquez or Hato, and he said Hato. So Virgil sees him as a left back, and it was like, oh, Slot said Carquez. It was a kind of a little thing that came out about a couple of months ago. But even Virgil sees him, yeah, he's a left back, can play in a 3, but he's not a centre half by any means, and he's still only 18. So we need, for me, that's not enough. We need to go way more senior. We've lost Kwanzaa. We've got nobody coming through. Nalo, Lucky, they're nowhere near it yet.
Right.
And then we got this Ibu nonsense. I think Mark Gahey needs to come in immediately. Just lock down that's a rock solid signing right there. Homegrown, 24, English, good player, brilliant, lovely, nice.
I think the only thing
try and replace whatever we need to do after that. But we need to.
Yeah, we do. We would need to probably, if not, because like you said, without Kwanzaa here, and now possibly without a possible Ibu departure. But what I was going to say is that what I was going to add, at least, to the conversation was Gahey would be a great move. However, Crystal Palace does not let their players go cheap. So that's another high number, probably acquisition that we'd have to make to get him in through the door.
With 1 year left on this deal, they have to be realistic late on in the window. And like I was saying to Lee, with Gahey, if you're trying to bring in a player from South America, you're trying to bring him in from Spain or whatever, and they have a family, it's a big move, blah, blah, blah. You want to get that done early, right? With someone like Gahey, he's English, based in London, based in the Premier League, you can hold fire on that. You can wait. Because Palace aren't going to get any more. They're either going to get money now or let him go on free. So I think he's almost he's only down the road. He's ready to move. I think he can hold off a little bit longer on him to test their resolve. If we got 35 million for Kwanzaa, I just give them that +5 for Gahey with 1 year left. I think that's a fair price. 40 million is
a fair price. And then, I think he's more likely to go for closer to 50 to 60. Unfortunately, though.
Well, I'm not going to 60.
Not saying. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, no. The market, if we have to go to 60, no.
Right. I'm just saying with the market and with the fact that it's a Premier League team.
Well, Real Madrid want to get Ibu off us for 20. Real Madrid offered us 23 million euros or something for Ibu, or have said that they'd offer us 25 million. Top much better defender than Ibu, or top club.
Or
same scenario. 1 year left. So what's Gahey worth then? Can they? If Gahey is 60 million, we can say to her, we've got to be realistic here. I'd take 30 million for Ibu because he's got 1 year left and he wants to go. And I'd give them 30 million for Gahey because he's got 1 year left and he wants to go. Maybe 35 to 40 for Ibu because he's a bit better than Gahey, whatever it is. But you can't be asking 60, 70 million quid for guys with 1 year left and they want to leave. Just take the money, let them go to where they want to go and walk away. Get on with it.
What about Lee? What do you think about this then? Because I saw KJ put in a good point, and basically was Crystal Palace is not likely to sell two of their biggest stars. And would it take us having to get Gahey first before, and if Arsenal can get Eze? Or do you think that we could put enough pressure on them to do it still?
I think with Gahey being in the last year of his contract and he's definitely not renewing, they are resigned to the idea of losing him and have actively been looking for their replacements. So it's just up to us to meet their fee now.
Right.
Whatever it is, they'll let go of him for, because he looks at it like the right fit for us, can play both sides of the centre-back position just as well, right or left. Be interesting to see how him and Ibu are like as a partnership, in order to give Virgil rest occasionally. Ibu and Jarrell didn't look that good at the end of the season, but we ran out of motivation. At the
Okay,
end.
you bring up a good question. You bring up a good point, then, or a question at least. Hypothetically, we bring in Gahey, but we still have Ibu on the books. Okay, who becomes that center half pairing for VVD? Do we push Ibu to the side? I guess you could say, in a sense.
Well, this excites me, the prospect that it'll be a battle between Gahey and Ibu to partner Virgil. Because it will be, because, we won't be bringing him in to just sit around doing nothing. He will be, how much he'll be playing, I don't know, but surely it'll spare Ibu on. And it's in a World Cup year as well, isn't it? That's what I'm hoping happens anyway.
Well, yeah, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Diaz goes, I'd be more than happy for him to stay. But if he has to go, and he's set his heart on going, and we can get the money, then fine. But it just gives you another headache. It's another player to replace, isn't it? This was the one, really dark cloud in this summer's sky was Ibu's status with 1 year to go. Because we got all the other stuff sorted. We got used to the idea of Trent leaving. We re-signed Salah and Virgil. But this was the one dark cloud in the summer sky, wasn't it? For this year was the Canate thing. But
you brought up another good point that can turn into a question. I'm going to ask Brian this too. Hypothetically, we have both of these players. We have Gahey and we have Ibu. It is a World Cup year, so obviously players want to get opportunities to play so that they can, obviously impress and stay actively with their international team. Do you think that, one, Gahey would be interested in trying to go through a battle for who starts alongside Virgil? And if we did have both of them on the team, who is your starting pair for you? Who would you start? Or do you try to maybe, as I see KJ saying it, or do you just try to move Ibu on that immediately, as we get Gahey and we try to move Ibu on? That's for you, Brian.
Well, KJ is saying let Ibu go, sign Gahey, and promote one from the academy, dude. There ain't
That's
that
Duffy.
One
Both Duffy and KJ think that we should.
There ain't that one from the academy. If there was that one, you'd be able to name him. You'd all be talking about him.
Well, Kwanzaa was that guy from the academy, so yeah.
Exactly. There is no new Kwanzaa. Nalo is too inexperienced. Lucas Stevenson isn't a centre half. He just happened to play there against Preston. Yeah, Nalo, dude, what's he done? Come on. You're done. Boom, Nalo is in the building now. No,
this is way too senior.
Yeah, immediately you're just promoting him to Stevenson. KJ, Lucas Stevenson played number 10 for Dundee last season. He played as a number 10. He played as a number 8 and number 6. He played left. He's not a centre half. In the same way that Robertson started as centre half, he's not. Stevenson was just a body, man. He's not a centre half. So we don't have a centre half to step in. So, do this and just promote. Promote who? Tell me the name. Tell me the name. Because there isn't one. There isn't a new Kwanzaa there. We go, okay, boom. We sold Kwanzaa.
Maybe Ibu.
So what we'll do is replace Ibu, and then but this guy steps into the Kwanzaa role.
No, I was gonna say maybe you just keep Gomez. Maybe keep that. You make it.
You keep him 100%. You keep him, but he has to float around and just be covered for right back, left back, centre half. But you're saying there is. But you're saying, what are you going to say, Nalo? If you're going to say Nalo, KJ, come on. Yeah, you have to look him up, dude. You have to look up. Okay, you literally just have to look the guy up. Come on. We don't have an obvious.
That's Ragnar. Yeah, bring back Ragnar. It'd be great. No,
you have to replace. If Ibu leaves, what I think you do is if you're talking about Wellergy Lucky, if that's who you're going to look up, KJ is Wellergy Lucky. That guy's never played for us either. So you're basing it on nothing.
Well,
You're
here's
basing
what
it
I'm
on
hoping.
nothing. Sustainability. Look, he's never played a game for us.
Okay.
Okay, so be realistic. If you want to
Okay.
place a Kwanzaa and an Ibu,
He's
right?
gonna come back with a name. He said, "All right, when you do,
Actually,
no
have
rush,
to
no
leave.
rush."
That's how hard he has to check to find it. If he was that good, KJ, you'd be like this guy. You'd be like, what are you talking about? You'd be like this guy, this guy. You'd know the name. If he was that fucking big, man, you'd know who you were talking about.
But there could be just as you said. I know you didn't think that Hato is a center half, but there could be something.
No, I'm just saying that's what people in Holland say. Is
Right.
his
No, I get
future
that. I
is
get
as a
that.
left back, not a
Right.
centre-
I get that.
centre
I
half.
get that. I'm just reemphasizing that maybe Liverpool look at it as, let's bring in Hato, let's bring in Gehi, and if we have to, we can use Hato as a center half, but all likelihood we'll use him as a backup at our left back. And that is, I mean, and technically we still have Robbo on the books too. So I mean, it's not a likelihood that you go into the season with 3 left backs on the team. So you would have to have some type of versatility, I guess, in your game. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you differ with that. It was Duffy saying, I didn't know a name either. I was just hoping there was a name I didn't know.
Exactly. Remarkable honesty. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There isn't someone. He's like,
There
yeah,
you
I didn't
go.
know anyone either. I was just hoping someone else would say, and he'd be like, yeah, that guy.
There
See?
you go.
Because there isn't
There
one.
is that bloke.
Duffy's a very honest.
There is that bloke.
Very
Gay,
honest. We
who
need
can
more of that.
step
We
in,
need more of that.
and
We need.
hopefully, Gay, he could come in and prove instantly, like that him and Virgil together is an
No, I
excellent
think he'd be top
combo.
player.
And then it'd
I
be
mean, Gahey and Virgil. If Ibu was out for 6 games, I think Gahey could come in, and when Ibu was back fit again, people would be like, I don't think he's getting back in this team, lads. That's what we'd love to see, right?
yeah,
That's what we would love to see. Is
he comes in and we can't keep
but
him
then
outside.
you also need a Kwanzaa replacement.
Yeah, you do.
And like Lee has been saying, we still haven't replaced Matip.
Massive, yeah. I'd love us to have 5 to pick from.
Yeah. Kwanzaa was supposed to be that Matip replacement eventually, like that potential Matip. At least in my opinion, I thought he was supposed to be that potential Matip replacement eventually. Being in the style of play that he has, not meaning that he would be, heir apparent to the second center half for us. But I will bring this up real quick too, because if this is true,
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. It was Nalo, to be fair. It was. I knew it. I knew it, man. I knew it, KJ. Seriously, dude. Come on. Yeah. You know.
Let's. Well, let me bring this up. Because this was something that was pretty cool. This is something. 1 second, Lee. This was something that's pretty cool. It's great news to hear. This is why we appreciate High Lord in the chat. He said that he saw an official message this evening from Wolves that they have included Diogo Jota in their Hall of Fame. Much respect. That is cool. I wonder if they're going to possibly even. Did he wear number 20 with them as well?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'd have to double check on that. But that is cool that they're going to give proper respect to him. I'm wondering if he did wear number 20 with them, only because maybe they
18
do
according to KJ.
18. Okay, I was about to look it up. So I don't know if they'll retire his number the way that we did. That apparently, reportedly, that we're going to do for him. Oh well, he wore 2 different numbers too. Okay. Oh, that's interesting too. He wore 19 in his first season and 18 in the last 2. Then
18, 19, and 20.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. There was something else though. I know I just spoke on Rodrygo being a likelihood, or not likelihood, or a possibility Just when you think you're up, they try to like sock you in the gut. And reports, this was yesterday that I heard that report from Spain, but today I've heard this report from Spain again. Spain's a wild take when it comes to news, but reportedly today, this is Anfield. The suggestion was that Liverpool have no plans to move for Rodrygo at this stage, despite all that speculation from Spain and Talk Sport. For now, Rodrygo apparently appears to be unlikely. I'm hoping that that's wrong. I would love to see Rodrygo in a Liverpool kit. I think that there's not many clubs that he would actually fit very well, seamlessly with, other than Liverpool, to be honest. I'm not saying that just because I'm a Liverpool fan, but I am honestly saying that because I think that he brings a creative dynamism to the ball that we see from players such as your Lucho on the other wing, to be able to possibly have those options, as would be very, very exciting to see. And finally, this is the final little thing I have. The officials for the Community Shield. Yes, we will be participating in the Community Shield. And the Community Shield have been confirmed. Chris Kavanagh will referee our clash with Crystal Palace on August 10th. And guess who's on VAR? You want to take a pop at that, Lee? Can you guess who's on VAR?
Tierney.
You would be correct. Yes, Tierney again. I guess you couldn't script it. So I guess buckle up for that one. That'll be a fun little ride, I'm sure.
It had to be him.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for it to get going again anyway this season. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Got ourselves a centre forward now, it seems, and we got Wirtz behind him, and we've already got loads of other good players. So the future looks bright. Future looks bright. Be wearing shades soon.
Yeah, shades. Yeah, there you go. I did have. We were just speaking on Gahey. I did have Mark Gahey as our spotlight, as our scouting spotlight, I guess you could call it, for a potential player that we're looking to bring in, because this player is on our radar. I know that we were looking at. I'm gonna go blank on his name. What was the DM for Crystal Palace that we were very bullish on?
Mateta.
The DM, not the
Wharton.
Wharton, yes, Adam Wharton, right? They wanted what, 75 million? I think they wanted, right? Or even possibly
more like 60, but yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, does he? Oh, you mean do you mean Decore like last year, or do you mean the guy that we're interested
last year
in
was Decore? Now,
now
the year before that was Decore. Then Wharton was someone that we were interested in, I thought, last year.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, and still interested.
We were quoted as a shocking price for Decore, weren't we?
Oh, they were talking
what was the price for Decore?
Oh, when we lost out on Saicedo, when we started trying to go for, they're talking about 70 million for Decore, yeah.
And that's why. And that's again why. I understand he's got 1 year left. I understand that. Let me get into the Gahey section. So this is Anfield spoke to Palace fan David Matthews, as opposed to Dave Matthews, I guess. I guess he probably, I don't know if he's always used David or not, but I guess he might want to emphasize it's David, not Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band. But I don't think there's one in the same. But they gave us a really strong scouting report. Gahey's main strength, his composure, his confidence in defending, rarely gets rattled under pressure, calmness that's priceless in the modern game, obviously. He's elite in 101s for ground duels, winning up to 80 to 90% of his ground duels in most matches. That's exceptional. And for someone just 25, he's already a vocal leader in Crystal Palace's locker room. He's obviously a English international player as well. Excellent at organizing the back line, understanding positioning, very rarely gets called out. It all adds up to a defender who seems almost tailor-made for an Arne Slot system. Common possession, aggressive in duels, and just another leader that we could add to the lot, because I know we've got plenty of captains and leaders that might not be captains for their international teams, but they're still vocal leaders. Is the Guéhi move the smartest move for us in this current window? Is that your top priority when it comes to a center half for us?
Yeah, in a word, yes. I think he'd be the perfect fit. And it's another one I'm looking forward to seeing in our side instead of playing against us.
Okay. And for you, Brian, is he your number one choice when it comes to trying to get someone in for the center half role? Or maybe it's Diamande, right? Or maybe it's
No, I think if you're with I mean, it's not something we really kind of plan on doing. So to me, he's a bit kind of what would they call it? What's the phrase? He's a bit plug and play. Very little risk. Yeah, he's very plug and play. Very little risk.
Mhm.
Knows the league. Isn't all like he's not moving from, like I say, not moving from Argentina or Italy or anything like that. So for me, the fact that we do need a centre half, I think we need two, and I think him as one of them is just a really top signing, a really good player, carries the ball well, very progressive, really good on the ball. No, I like it. I think we need two, but him as one of them, like him and that young Luca kid, not Luca, the other Leone kid from Italy. If that's him and that, great, nice one too. But him, he's really just, like I say, he's plug and play. He's played against Forest and Chelsea, and but he's played against them all for the last 3-4 years. So I'm not saying he is my number one choice for centre back in the world right now, but I think he's an absolutely superb signing for us.
Okay. It should be something of an interest to all of us, because Virgil is 33. The talks about Ibu wanting to follow in the footsteps of Trent Alexander-Arnold and move on to Real Madrid. The center half position or the center back position is the heart of your defense. So securing that would be essential in really solidifying our team and the makeup of it, at least. You're about to say something? No? Okay. Would you, again, if he were, I know you said he slots right in, no pun intended. If Ibu stays and Guéhi joins the club, who's your starter?
Ibu, I think if he's if he's right, like this was before the kind of I want us to buy Guéhi to replace Kwanzaa, and keeping Ibu and VVD, and then you bring in a Guéhi, and if Ibu is happy to stay, then you're not going to say, well, look, you're losing your place. You're not. You're bringing in a Guéhi that's barking at his heels, ready to take his place at a moment's notice, and then see how it goes. But it's like with the Connor Bradley thing. It's with the Frimpong thing. I think Bradley starts for me. Frimpong has to take Bradley's place. If Guéhi was to come in, I think he would have to take Ibu's place rather than be given or handed Ibu's place. But I think if you have Ibu, Joey G stays fit, VBD, and Mark Gahey, that's a really solid 4. Gomez, Gahey, VBD, and Ibu. I wouldn't be complaining about that at all. And that's hard. I think that's a really solid. They're all top players. They're all experienced internationals. They've all won titles. That's a really good back. That's a really solid 4.
Okay. We have Latte with us too. I have you twice in the green room. Okay, cool. All right. Just making sure I got the right one. Okay. Quickly, Lee, Gahey or Ibu starter for you. Just say one or the other.
First game, I'd go with Ibu, and then I'd bring Gahey in and see what he did, partnering Virgil, see if there was any noticeable, difference that he was better than Ibu for partnering him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I'd start with Ibu, because he's already here, start with him, but then I'd let Gahey in to prove himself. I'd also be eager to see what Gahey and Canati were like as a pairing, with Gahey on the left-hand side, because, we can't play Virgil in every game, can we? We've got to give him a rest sometimes.
No, I get that too. I mean, you also might not want, if you're going to try to move, if you're also going to try to move, maybe you try to move him in that January window too, maybe Ibu, just so you can get something back for him rather than let him leave on free.
If that's true, what they offers us, I mean, the word Durais doesn't do it. Doesn't even say it. It's just, that's pathetic. I
think that you can't. I think that people out there, this is my personal opinion, but I think that people out there shouldn't rule out the possibility that PSG maybe steps in and makes a cheeky bid too. PSG maybe says, you know what? January window, let's make them a real offer. And maybe they make us like a 40, 50 million pound offer. That's still considerably lower than his worth, but him approaching his last year on his contract. So, maybe they make us like a 40, 50 million pound offer, and all of a sudden PSG is the destination for Ibu. That is if Ibu doesn't resign. But there are, so these names too, I know you guys have Gahey as a strong likelihood. But what I was going to ask is, these other names I'm about to bring up, thumbs up or thumbs down? Just say that after each one. We can go around. First up, let me bring Delante in too and make sure he's with us. Delante, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here, Tom. Big up, Tom, and welcome back. Yeah. Obviously, I don't know if you said your piece with the chat, but obviously. Yeah. Oh, you have? Okay, cool. Big up yourself. Big up Brian.
Really, I'm not trying to tear up again. But
yeah. Oh, cool. Sorry. No, I didn't know, so I missed a bit. So that's fine. Well, big up yourself. Welcome back, man. Brian, as always, and Lee, as always, and big up the chat. Yeah.
We're just talking about Gahey as being a possibility to be our future center half. However, I was going to say, just say thumbs up or thumbs down. You can say it in the chat too for each of these players. I'm going to bring up about, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe 8, but at least 7 players. Thumbs up, thumbs down, real quick. Go rapid fire. You don't have to say anything about like, oh, I like him because of this or that. Just say thumbs up, thumbs down. We're doing it like a Roman emperor style, okay? In the Coliseum. How about Giovanni Leone as he plays for Parma, actually. 18-year-old Italian defender, has attracted some attention, obviously, as a possibility. Is Leone someone? Thumbs up, thumbs down? We'll go around the horn. Lee, Nolante, and then Brian. Thumbs up, thumbs down, Lee, for you?
Thumbs down. I've got other ones in mind that I'd like to see, maybe. Don't know. Remember the Colombian fella plays for Bologna, this Colombian centre half. Won one of the matches.
Oh yeah, you love that guy. You love that guy. Yeah. He's not on my list, but okay, cool.
I've been to having a look at him, maybe bringing him in.
So thumbs up, got you. Thumbs up. Just give a thumbs up or thumbs down. You don't have to really go too in depth. Nalante, thumbs up, thumbs down, Leone.
I'll say thumbs down only because of the fact that I ain't seen him play or anything, so I have no expectation. So we could get someone else. I'll just say thumbs down.
Okay. Irishman, thumbs up, thumbs down, Leone.
Thumbs up.
Oh, you like him? Yeah. Oh, you mentioned him.
Thumbs
So,
up,
yeah, obviously you would. Yeah. Diamande. I mentioned him earlier. Thumbs up, thumbs down. We go reverse order this time. Brian, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs up. I think he's a good player. Yeah.
Okay. Nalante, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Okay. Lee, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'll go thumbs up on Diamande. Give him a
Okay, so
chance.
two out of three. All right. I would assume you pronounce his name Murillo, but Murillo. You can go first, Lee.
Yeah, a thumbs
Jason.
up. Thumbs up and show we could fit him in.
Okay. Nalante, Murillo. Oh, well, he's on mute right now, so I'll ask Brian. Thumbs up, thumbs down, Murillo.
Great player needs the right partner. So,
Okay.
yeah, a great little player, but yeah, in the right partnership, definitely.
So you would say thumbs up, or because you know who the partner would be? It'd be VVD. So
Oh, if it's that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Leone's like totally one for the future. He's not someone coming in, but yeah, Murillo, yeah, over Gahey. Yeah, I think they're pretty. Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
okay.
I like Murillo. I've always liked him.
Yeah, he's a good player. He really showed some work this year for Forest. Nalante, for you, thumbs up, thumbs down on Murillo.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Oh, that's the first.
There you go. Finally.
There you go.
get thumbs
Finally. All right. Just turned 23, so maybe. How about Inacio? Another 23-year-old Portuguese international. 51 million pound release clause. Brian, what would you
thumbs down
say?
for me anyway. Thumbs down for me.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
Alante.
Down. He's overrated. Not for me.
Okay. How about for you, Lee? Thumbs down, thumbs up?
Thumbs down on Inacio.
Yeah. Inacio was a high. He was a big target. He was like a real, potential target for us.
Yeah, that was then. No, and this is now, isn't it?
That was then. This is now. That was when he was
was
22,
long time
21. Now that he's
Just
23,
beautiful.
he's past his sell date or something.
No, it's not that. I think it's more about. Yeah, it's just a year. I think he fit the profile. Maybe I don't think he ever did. I don't think he was ever a target for us. By the way, I've never seen one credible link between us and Ignacio. I don't think he was ever a target for us. He always got it right there. Zabarni hasn't gone to PSG yet. I'd be stepping right in there getting him.
Okay.
Have you any idea how much they're asking for Zabarni?
How much are they asking? That's the big question.
Yeah, Heisen money plus a little bit of Heisen money, maybe.
Okay.
45, 50. Yeah, no, he was on. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but everyone's like, oh, PSG done deal kind of thing. Didn't quite work it for whatever. I'm not sure what's happened, but he is a top defender.
These names, there's three other names that I have on my list here, and that would be Christian Mosquera for Valencia.
He's gone.
Nathan Zezzi for Nantes, or Joel Ordonez for Club Bruges. He actually played pretty decent for them in the Champions League fixtures. Mosquito. Is that what you think I said? Mascarera. It's Mosquera.
Yeah, Mascara. He's gone to Arsenal though.
You think, has he gone to Arsenal already?
Well, pretty much kind of done dealio. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere else anyway.
I thought he was still out there. You never know with Arsenal.
Yeah,
no, you definitely. It ain't done till it's done. It ain't done.
Exactly.
I don't know if there's been an official announcement, but they've been working on it. Yeah.
Well, this final segment is, let's talk about some talk from around the grounds. How about that? From around the grounds. Other football news. United's pursuit of Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo has reportedly stalled, with Brentford now holding out for, let me repeat this, or let me emphasize, excuse me. It is being reported that Brentford are now going to hold out for £70 million for the player. I don't know if that's more a reflection of a player having a great year, which he did. Is it more of a reflection of United being that club now, where they've always been a club that you can add a couple millions plural on whatever number the market is saying that player is worth, or if it's just the market in general. But £70 million is what they're looking to get for Bryan Mbeumo. Is it fair, or do you think that's it's a fair price? Malante, do you think that's a fair price?
Not really, if I'm honest. I think he's a 50 mil player. Although he's had decent teams. Last season was a season where you got double digits and expanded. But listen, I'm not bothered about that. Who cares, man? It's just funny. Man United sweating over him. And Brentford, big up Brentford. Picking themselves up, man. They're making Man United sweat. And I think the only signing they have, correct me if I'm wrong, is Cunha. I'm loving it. Big up Brentford.
Yeah. I would like to. I'd like to actually.
Just sweat more. Cough up or.
Yeah, we're missing. You're breaking up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he stays. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I'd like to see if I could I guess whisper a little something into Brentford's ear. Hold out for 80 million. They're Manchester United.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this.
Hold out for 80 million.
If you're that big a fan of them, want them that much, then you'll pay what we want for them, and that's
exactly. And United
one of the reasons,
one
of the reasons that the initial bids for Ekitike that are high, no one's coming in bidding like 48.50 for Ekitike. They're coming in bidding like really, really close to Frankfurt's number, their lowest number kind of thing. And they've been knocked back. And one of the reasons behind that is because to go what you're saying, one of the directors at Frankfurt has expressed the idea that he believes Manchester United will come in for Ekitike. And
that is
like what you're saying, they will bid 90, they'll bid 100. They're saying, they're saying, we shouldn't sell this guy for 70, because if we wait for 2 weeks, United will come in and bid 90 for him. That's so like, it's like what you're saying with Mbeumo and all that. Brentford are kind of right. I think the idea that Bryan Mbeumo is worth that kind of money is completely insane.
It is.
He's a £35 million player, but in today's market, What is he worth to Manchester United? That's what transfers
Right.
are. There isn't a number.
Right.
What's he worth to Brentford? What's he worth to Manchester United? What is he worth to Liverpool? As someone who could back up Mo Salah, which is what he would do if you're playing him on the right, to Liverpool, Brian Bramo is probably worth maybe £40 million. But if you're Manchester United and you're trying to get back into the Champions League, and he's a proven Premier League goal scorer, and blah, 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 he's worth 60, 70 million pounds to your team, but not to our team. We don't need an Emblemo. So, yeah, we'd pick him up. We'd take him. But for 30,
no
maybe,
you pay 7 million
not for 75. No,
right.
Absolutely
At this stage, you don't. Right.
Totally. We don't need him. We've got Mo Salah. So what's the most you're going to pay for backup? But Man United, they need Cunhas. They need Embuemos to try and get them back there. So they're worth every penny to a Man United.
I'll even add to what you're saying. Embuemo's looking for a healthy paycheck too, by the way.
Big money. Big money.
So
big money, yeah. Because Man United have showed him stupidly how much wages they're prepared to pay him.
Yeah.
Stupidly. And he's like, wow, I'm worth 250. Give me 280, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, he's all of a sudden, okay, cool. Now he wants big money. Brentford want big money. And Manchester United are backed into a corner.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying hold out, Brentford, hold out. United, though, another player apparently that United are looking at, because I heard about how I was watching ESPN FC. I think they were talking about different players and the likes that or the problems with United and their striker position. And it was interesting to hear that United are monitoring Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson, which is an odd one if you really think about it, given Jackson's inconsistency last year. But then again, he is a player that has shown promise at times. He could be a little bit of a can I say head case a little bit? I don't know, a little bit of a handful is a better way of putting it. We all know about the penalty thing when he's like fighting his teammates to try to take the penalty. Nicholas Jackson, would that be a bailout for Chelsea to get rid of, because it looks like João Pedro is going to be possibly more of a player that they lean on at that role. Is that a bailout for Chelsea, or is that a real is that a positive move for United if they went for Jackson? And KJ's saying apparently, I don't know if he's talking about Mbeumo or he's talking about Jackson. But he's saying
that's what I wasn't wondering who did he mean? Did he say Mbeumo's already definitely said yes.
Yeah, as soon as he dropped that number, the number that they would pay him, he was like, yeah, make that happen.
Jackson.
Okay.
Well, it would make sense if you've got Chelsea. I think Chelsea getting Liam Delap will probably be one of the ones that works out better than long term. But they've got Liam Delap and João Pedro now. They're trying to sell Nkunku. Yeah, I think Jackson to Man United. Even they're being linked with Ollie Watkins now. You know, that's how bad it's getting for them. You know, Jackson to United, big club, huge. I mean, you're moving to a bigger club than Chelsea if you go from Chelsea to United right now. No. But profile-wise, sponsorship-wise, and all that, your agents are going to be like, "Wow, nice one." You know, your image rights have just gone up by 20% or something because you've gone to a much bigger club. I think he'll want out. Yeah, interesting one. He's one of those guys. Jackson is one of those guys, man, who definitely could go somewhere and do a reverse Anthony. He could go to United and score 22 goals.
I mean, they spent something.
I don't know.
Well over 80
honestly,
million.
I don't know anything about this guy. This guy is real unpredictable. And Chelsea usually make bad decisions when it comes to their strikers.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they sold him and he went on to be brilliant somewhere. I wouldn't be
Yeah, I
surprised
think
at
they
all.
just throw whatever,
Oh yeah,
not to say the word, but they
next
throw
guy,
everything
new
against the
thing.
wall
Yeah,
and hopes
new
hope
shiny
whatever
guy.
sticks, that kind of situation.
Yeah, it would make a certain amount of sense as a transfer because he is pretty much surplus to requirements now at Stamford Bridge with the signing of Delap and João Pedro. And for United, he's somebody that was, he'd probably welcome the move because he'd be, he finds it easier to get in the side. That's where
Well, they
United
still got
are.
Hoyland there. They still got Hoyland at United. They haven't sold him. There was talk about him going to Inter Milan early in the window. He's still there.
They still have Zerkzee, right?
Oh yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
Anthony and Sancho are back, aren't they? Like training roles.
Absolutely.
Rashford's still
You know
there.
what? I only had two other things I was going to bring up. They're quick ones. But before I bring those two things up, I wanted to discuss that what you just said. United have players coming back. Sancho, they have Rashford that have all their loans have expired. It was I heard a very interesting take. Oh man, and I'm gonna go. And all apologies to the player. He's a Manchester City player. He was the guy. He was a Manchester City defender that interviewed Klopp, and Klopp didn't know that he played football. I don't know if you remember that interview or not. He was getting interviewed, and he's like, I don't know if you ever played football or something like that. The guy's like, he got ridiculed over it. What is his name? He's on ESPN FC. Is the person that I'm speaking on?
Craig Bailey.
No.
He used to play for Man City, defender.
He's a defender, black guy.
Nedum Manua. Yeah, Nedum Manua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was talking about a situation that happened with him. And Craig Burley spoke about his own situation, which was like pretty ugly too. But Craig Burley's era of football was a little bit different than the City players' situation, because considering that Craig Burley, like as in players, didn't have as much bargaining, leverage when it came to a lot of the ins and outs of where they would go or how they would do this or that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I watched that discussion 12th with Craig Bailey and Nedum Manua and a couple of others, wasn't there? Steve Nicol wasn't in on it, but I don't know who's that presenter guy who does it. What's the presenter fella called on ESPN?
I'm trying to think. Wait, hold on. Now you're going to be looking up. What is his name again? What did you say his name is?
I don't know. That's what I was
asking. He played in the MLS too. He played for City. Then he played for I want to say.
Yeah, Nedum Manua.
No, I mean the presenter on that show.
But he's Lee 12th is asking a different question. He's already forgotten his name. It's Nedum Manua is the guy you were talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Lee is asking about a different guy.
Yeah. I'm talking about the guy I was talking about earlier.
Nedum Manua.
Yeah, I watched that.
You know how to spell that? How would you spell that?
ONHUA.
ONHUA.
NEDUMONHUA, I think.
He said he was frozen out at City, wasn't he, along with quite a few other players. Who did he list?
I think he was one of the lads that got in a fight with Barton. Didn't get on with Joey Barton. Yeah, Joey Barton.
Well, the long and gist of the story was very interesting. I'm not going to talk about Craig Burley's situation because, again, Craig Burley's situation was a little bit different era of football. But his story was interesting because he talked about how he had played the year before that, but they had basically told him, "You're not in our plans." And what they did was they basically said, "Show up at 3:00 and practice at 3:00." Long after Like, I think it's like long after the other guys. Either it was like after or before the guys had done. Basically, you're practicing with the like under 18s, basically. Okay. And then like he said that he went as far as one time he hung out, or they hung out and got to see his teammates technically practice, and you're watching them play and this and that, and his teammates see them and they're all like, hey, what's up and everything else. And once they saw that, the team went as far as to say, show up at 5:00 to practice because we don't want you to engage with our team at all. Basically, it was like really, really an interesting story. Shout out Red Armchair Support. Thank you for the spelling. It was pretty interesting how they just basically, some of these teams were how they just if you do want to stay with the team or you're not going to accept some of the transfers that they line up for you, how they try to basically phase you out or basically put you in a corner, whereas and they make it miserable to be there, and it's kind of crazy situation to have to go through. Manchester United are going to have that situation possibly too. That's apparently they're telling they've been telling Sancho and Rashford show up, but show up at 5:00, long after everyone's practiced, long after everyone's left the building. You show up. It might be just you and the other four other guys that are on the cusp of trying to find another team, but that's when you get to practice. That's when you get to have access to the facility.
Football's a harsh business, man. People out there don't realize what it's like behind the scenes. They might be shocked to hear something like that, but
and we're talking about
football.
big
We think it's all cuddles behind, all nicey. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't. This is what happens to players when you're
Yeah.
not wanted by a team. It's you show up, you train on that pitch over there with the under 17s. You don't shower when the lads are showering. It's literally like you've committed a crime.
Mm-hmm.
This is people don't realize this. Football clubs are fucking ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ruthless. And if you're not wanted and if you're not part, and they want you to leave, like a Rashford, get those wages off the books as quickly as possible, then they'll make you shower in the car park if they have to.
Yeah, they will. Actually, that was I think one of the stories was like that. I think Craig Burley said something like that.
Yeah, shower in the women's team down the road or some shit like that.
Oh no, this is what they did to Craig Burley. Craig Burley, there's a players' parking lot. You drive your car and you park the players' parking lot. They were like, Craig, go park with the supporter.
In the Tesco.
He's like, go park, go pay for parking and go park with the supporters. That's ruthless. You imagine, like, you're going to the game, you pull up and a player like Craig Burley is like parked, grabbing his bag, walking into the game with you. Like, that's
big old K-Mac, by the way.
What's that?
Big up K-Mac, man. Big up K-Mac.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just saw that. Big up K-Mac. Big up.
Hi, K-Mac.
K-Mac showing much love lately. That's what's up. Yeah, no, that's pretty wild, right?
No, that to me is normal. That's why and people get a lot more sentimental. To me, man, I've grown up with these stories. Bill Shankly getting told not to turn up at the ground anymore. Bill Shankly getting told not to come back to the ground. That's what football's always been like. Always. It's a harsh, lethal business. When it comes to getting on the pitch at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, only 11 people can do it. It's always been incredibly rough. It's gotten nicer, of course it has.
Yeah.
But that essential ruthlessness behind the scenes has never gone away. There's a guy behind you that wants your place. And if there isn't, you don't have a team. If there
Would you
isn't a
do-
young kid behind you that wants to take your place, you don't have a team. You don't have a club. You just have 11 players. That's how it
Would
feeds itself.
would you go as far, and this is for both you and Lee and the chat too. It's a ruthless move, but would you go as far as to if Ibu refuses to sign his contract, if Ibu were to say, you know what, I'm just going to ride this out and leave on a free, would you, as a high official with the club, let's say, that gets to make decisions, would you say, hey, Ibu, why don't you go start practicing at 5:00? Unless you take this
flip it the other way. No, I flip it because I'm not cutting off my nose to spite my face with Ibu. He's too good, until it looks like, and someone made a great point on this the other day.
Until the last
no, until the second he pulls out of a tackle, then he's out. If he's given 100% commitment on the pitch, but the second, and Slot has been saying this about people don't like this about Slot. I like this about Slot. Slot will call you out in public. He'll call you out in public, and players don't like that. Guess what? Because they've been too mollycoddled for the last 20, 25 years. You can't say anything about a player. They kick off and go to their agent.
Yeah.
Slot will come out in the press conference and say, this guy you're all talking about.
Oh, yeah,
you realize that he pulled out of a tackle the other day. You do realize he hasn't been giving 100%.
Yeah.
The second Slot sees that, he'll call you out for it. You be a little bitch if you want, but Slot will tell you you're not performing for Liverpool Football Club and you'll be out. As long as Ibu can come in and say, I get it, I'm staying here for a year, I'm off, everyone knows I'm leaving, 100%. But the second Slot sees he didn't run there, he didn't tackle there, boom, now you're out. But right now, the disruption of getting rid, it's an incredibly horrible position we've been put in with Ibu. A really horrible position. Because there's no right answer to this one. The right answer is 12. The right answer is 12. Real Madrid give us 60 million and we go out and buy a replacement tomorrow. That's the right answer. But
absolutely.
But that's not going to happen.
Absolutely. There's I see Heiler's statement. He says, there's a difference between being cold and almost fascist style tactics. He says, he's like, he's not trying to be disrespectful, but wasn't Rashford brought up in the Manchester United system since he was a kid, and then being treated like this is, I think if anything, being treated like this is especially for United, is a real big wake up call, as to say, if they're willing to do this to Rashford, if they're willing to do this to, Anthony's one thing, but if they're willing to do it to Rashford, they're willing to do it to Anthony, like these players that they spent top dollar for, a Sancho, who again, top dollars. And they're paying, Sancho's making close to what, 300,000 or something like that, practically? He's in that realm, right? 300K. So if they're willing to do this to these players, come on now. Imagine if you're. I think the only player out of their little group of five, I think the one player that you could possibly see buckle would be Garnacho, considering he's young and he might not have all of the leverage that that some of these like higher priced players have, but even that it's a unique place for United. They're in the mud. Long may it continue. I'm not looking and hoping that they figure it out. I'm sure I am definitely. I'm pretty sure I'm joined in that by a lot of people, but it's very interesting. And I don't know if Brian says he wouldn't do that for Ibu. I don't like the fact that Ibu is putting it out there that he's, or at least his camp or something, at least to the extent, is putting out there that he's entertaining, doing for someone that's, again, shown so much love and openly praised the club as being his heart and everything else. That hurts, man. That'll hurt. But yeah, that'll hurt. These last two things I was going to bring up is that Bournemouth have completed a £25 million deal for Chelsea backup goalkeeper Petrovic. I think that's a very smart business move for them. Say what you want or say what you will about Bournemouth. They're making some very, very smart business deals. Obviously, I appreciate the fact that they've given us Kirkez. Obviously, Hoyson has gotten the money from Real Madrid, and they're utilizing some of this money that's coming into their camp and utilizing it smart. Do you think Bournemouth can? I'm not saying top four, but do you think that Bournemouth will compete for Europe this year?
Who first? Who do you want to go first?
Yeah, Lee, go ahead, Lee. You can answer.
I don't think they will, no, with what they've lost and what they could potentially still lose with Zabanyi. Zabanyi, Kirkaz, Kappa in goal, Hyson. They still have their right back, if it's Tavernier, I think. But they've got to replace a whole defence. They've got this new goalie, as you said.
Right.
Up front and midfield, they'll be same as. So it's just rebuilding the defence for them, isn't it? They bought the left back, haven't they, already? But we wait to see who they buy at centre back to replace Hyson and Zabanyi. If Zabanyi's going, that is, which we can assume he is going, since there's interest. Well, no, it doesn't mean he's going because there's interest in him from PSG. If it's true, again, it's another one. You don't even know if it's true.
The other one is Ipswich have rejected a £35 million bid from Brentford for winger Omari Hutchinson. Clearly, they rate him highly, and he could emerge as one to watch this season. However, with Ipswich going, obviously, being relegated, is that a smart move for them to hold on to Omari, or should they have taken the $35 million and tried to make something to make a real push for getting promoted again, or do they just think of as he is a important piece to their puzzle in getting back to the Prem? No problem, Brian. I see your message too, by the way. Thank you for joining. Brian's going to. You want to say before that question gets answered? Okay. You want to say?
No, sorry. Yeah, thanks, guys. If I can't get back in again, like everyone says, it's absolutely brilliant to see you back, man. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'd like to speak for everyone. Don't worry, everyone's back. The band is back together, right?
The band is back together, right? Exactly. Got parts of the family.
Yeah, I'll see you all soon.
Okay.
Thanks, boys. See you soon.
Definitely. Take care. And if you haven't, for those that from the KMAC raid, I know pretty much everyone that was joining us earlier are already subscribed to the Irishman's channel. If you can, definitely check out Anfield Irishman. Got a great channel, and it's a cool channel because you can. It's an interactive channel, so you can definitely not only have your say in the chat. If you're bold enough, you can get on the panel and spit a little bit there too. So, but yeah. Let's see. Okay. Just seeing if there's anything. But yeah, so again, do you think, Lee, and I'll ask Nalante the same question, do you think that they should have gone for $35 million? Ipswich?
Sorry, say it again. The question.
You think Ipswich should have gone for the 35 million?
What, 35 million?
No, so Ipswich rejected a 35 million pound deal for Omari Hutchison.
Oh, right. Do you know what, mate? I don't think I even seen him. I've never seen Ipswich this season. I can't even remember any of their. We played them, but I can't remember any of their plays apart from maybe Delap.
I think. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. I think Monte's mic is getting a little feedback. Go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't. Thinking back on Ipswich this season, seeing that little of them, and I can't remember anybody apart from Delap. But he's already gone to Chelsea. I can't remember any of their players offhand. Anyway, but 35 million for Brentford. It's a replacement for Nguemo, I suppose, isn't it? I don't think Brentford.
I think that's what they were trying to do, to be honest with you. I think if they'd already made the Nguemo deal, it would have already probably gone through. But maybe Ipswich is looking at it as like, look, we'll hold off until you make that deal, and then you can come back and give us 45 million. Maybe. There is the talk about. I remember someone mentioned it in the Irishman's chat yesterday. Was a player that I wasn't too caught up on, but it was a 17-year-old player named Willie. He's from Salford Cities. His name is Will Wright. Apparently, Arsenal have taken the pole position in possibly signing the player. He's a center forward. But Liverpool don't want to overspend for him. They like his talents. They think he's a good player, but they're not going to go all in just to overpay for a player simply because we're looking at center forwards. Do you think this is a good move?
If he's as good as people say he is, then yeah, why not bring him in and try him? We've done that with quite a lot of young strikers, and then they haven't made it. But why not try another one? Yeah, if he's as good as people say he is.
I don't know too much about the player. If someone in the chat knows anything about
him.
What's that?
I know nothing about him. I know Salford have got a footy team, but I know nothing about this young lad.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's like
the Squires, I think, right?
17 or something. Is he?
They're called the Squires, right? The Squires. Yeah. Norm, no, we have not signed yet. No. But Salford City, yes. I thought they're called the Squires. I thought maybe or not.
No, they probably are. That's probably are. I just haven't heard their nickname. I didn't know that one. But yeah, if he's a good player and do you think you can get something out of him? Then yeah.
Okay. Well, with that said, would be a bad decision to join Arsenal. They never win a trophy. Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. Should be very interesting. They can't get bailed out by trying to win a Community Shield this year for being second place. So it should be, or at least vying for a Community Shield since they were in second place. Considering last year, the FA Cup went to, or not last year, but the year before that, the FA Cup went to City. So, and with City winning the league, they also took that spot. So they became the second place team. They got to play in the Community Shield. Quick question before we bounce out here. Do you care if we win the Community Shield? Is the Community Shield even a big deal to you?
Don't care if we win it, as long as it's a useful exercise for the team to get ready for the season. Yeah, be nice to win it. Like, not against the idea of us winning it, but like I won't be having that, won't be losing sleep if we don't. But I would expect us to win it, actually. Like, I'd expect us to win this game, hopefully, and warm us up for the league season starting a week later. All becomes real then once you played the Charity Shield. Like, you've got that week countdown till the season starts.
Yeah.
We've still got our tour of Hong Kong and Japan to do, though, haven't we?
Yeah.
I hope he brought Ekitike in by then and he goes with them to Hong Kong and Japan. Ekitike. Gahey, I just hope we can get him in ASAP, get him assimilated and, let him get to know his teammates, like, on the pitch and off the pitch. And we'd be good to go then, won't we, for the new season, more or less.
Red Armchair Support says he won't be counting it as a trophy like Arteta. Okay. Lady B says, good for the player's confidence. That's true. That's certainly true. So it always winning a trophy helps with the confidence. Certainly does.
I've always thought the European Super Cup had merit, although it's only a one-off game and all you have to do is but it's the Champions League winners and the Europa League winners. It was great when we were able to beat Bayern Munich in 2001, wasn't it?
Yeah.
After we won the treble. Yeah, we were just too good for them that night, Heskey and Owen. It was brilliant, that.
Well, we're going to be wrapping up the show here. Again, I can't emphasize enough how much I appreciate the support and I appreciate the kind words and the love shown by my fellow panelists and also by the chat, especially. It's still a process. I still have some stuff that I have to, it might be another break coming up, but that's hopefully not for a couple of months. So, I definitely appreciate the fact knowing that you guys are on this walk with me and that I have amazing support from the Reds out there. If you haven't subscribed, please do. This channel is a different vibe style channel for the most part. We get into it. I mean, sometimes we get into it with each other a little bit. We keep it respectful, but we do get into it. Some heavy, high debate. I try to include your comments, or at least try to include you in the discussion in the chat. So keep that in mind. Not every channel does that unless you have a super chat. They don't bring in you into the conversation. I don't believe in that. I believe that everyone should have a voice. And I also know that, excuse me. I also know that, it's a real great community that we have. And as long as we continue to support each other, spread the word and everything else, we can make some real efforts to maybe create a real supportive community that I have always known the Reds to be. And it's something that I really do appreciate. This, whether you're listening or watching this on Twitter or X, big up to you. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, big up to you as well. But spread the word, bring in a friend, join the conversation, be respectful of each other in the chat, because that's something that we do. We love each other. And we're always very, very appreciative of the fact that we have some type of forum to be able to engage with the conversation of the club that moves us, and that is Liverpool. So as long as it's moving us in the right direction, which is forward, always a good thing. Always a good thing. Did you want to say anything before we bounce, Lee?
Yeah, it wasn't the same without you, and it's great to have you back, mate. And it's all systems go for us from here, isn't it, really? For bringing in Ekitike, we finally have that striker, don't we? And everything's going ahead quite nicely, isn't it, at the moment? So it looks like a good season is in store. Good season for us.
it's a good season whether Ekitike or even Isak got involved. Once the Florian Wirtz thing got over the line, everything else is just gravy, basically.
Yeah, when you put them all together as one, like, when you put them all together as one, it's like it's good, isn't it? And we haven't finished yet, actually, because Diaz might need replacing, mightn't he, if he does go?
Yeah.
The amount we'll get for him will mean we can't afford to replace him. But it's just who we go for, isn't it? In that case, would we go for Rodrygo, as we were talking about? So I'd love it personally. I'd like to try Rodrygo to sign, but just don't know if we could make that happen. I'm not sure on that one. Be good though. Be good to see.
Yeah. No problem, Nolante. I know your mic's getting some feedback, and Nolante's doing us the grace of just trying to be a part of it. JK, shout out to JK too. JK's working, but he wasn't able to be with us today. But you know that we got you right here in our hearts, JK. So hope everything's well. Nolante, you can give your mic a quick check to see if it can. You want to say?
1 2 1 2. Is that better? Is that good or
It's a little better. A little better. It's distant, but at least it's not feedback.
Okay, cool. This is the feedback. No, look. Obviously, 12 we've spoken off camera. We've spoken to us in the group. And look, man, I'm not gonna say the boring, great to have you back, but seriously, man, you've been through a lot, man. And look, I know we spoke about someone told you about some people trying to unsubscribe or what nonsense is that, but as you can see here today and others worldwide, man, you're daily, loved, and obviously. Everyone appreciates you, man, the work you put in. And it's just showing the raid. And look, all I'm going to say, this channel is going to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This channel will grow. It'll grow to something that, that will blossom. And, pick up everyone, pick up the chat. The people that ain't spoken to in a while. Just the usual, North, Lady B, KJ. And look, we move. And, well, without naming names, 12, but you know what I mean. But you're a little man, unlike some who play chameleon roles. But we'll speak offline about that.
We'll speak on that.
We'll speak on that offline. But big up everyone, and we move. And let's see, Ekitike, Hugo. I'm just gonna call him Hugo. Ekitike, I'm just gonna call him Hugo. Look, I'll just end it like this, man. I would rather of us wait for the year if Newcastle want to get Isak, but look, again, if that's the guy who's coming in, that's the guy. That's the guy we support. And let's see. Who knows? We move, but it's been a lot for all of us, for yourself, 12, and us as fans. Obviously, unfortunately, what's happened. But listen, man, we'll go stronger. Let's keep supporting one another. Let's keep respectful, and any of the idiots, we'll kick them out straight away.
There you go.
Big up on the chat, man, and 12, man. Back in the building. Captain America.
Back in the building. Appreciate the kind words, Nolante. If you haven't, like you said earlier, subscribe, do all that jazz. Would appreciate it if you even pass on the message of trying to, restart the wave so that we can, definitely have some good vibes together. Got a good season in front of us. Can't thank you guys enough. I know I'm gonna leave it there because I'm not trying to tear up again. I can't believe that happened. Apologies for that. Had to break it down, but all the same, big up to each and every one of you. And we will see you tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow as well. So trying to get back into the pattern of broadcasting daily. So if you can, definitely join us tomorrow, same time, same place. And until then, definitely, you'll never walk alone, and up the Reds. Appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, guys.